Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We just called one game and we about to bring you another one right now. This time, we got a Super Bowl on our hands. Super Bowl number 43 for Leather Helmets. We out here in Levi Stadium, man. Cooley's back in the bowl. He's trying to get his, I think it's his second championship. He won last Madden with the Titans. And then I believe Lou Wop is trying to get another bowl on his hands too. It's been a while since he's been in the bowl. He defeated Gons, the previous defending Super Bowl and AFC champion. So this time around, Gons is not here. There is no repeat Super Bowl, but Cooley, the two-time defending NFC champion, is going to start the game with a quarterback I know all too well. Desmond Ridder has 672 passing yards in this here postseason. On the way, again, the one seed here in the NFC, only 7 TDs, no picks in the postseason. And he's only taken 2 sacks in the 2 games that he did play. And we are going to talk a little bit about how did we get here for these Commanders a little bit later during this drive. Jim and Ray, good to see you. Thank you for popping in for this Super Bowl here for Leather Helmets. We're going to get some stats pulled up here in a second. Again, year 43 in the books. Make sure to pay attention in the Discord for year 44 news. As Debo goes nowhere, Marlon Humphrey will bring him down on the tackle. Debo had a very nice season. Rushing, not so much. 14 games played. 1 carry did not work out on the rushing front, but he was the best receiver here on the Commanders. 2 yards shy of 1,300, had 14 touchdowns. 82 yards was his longest catch. And standing beside Debo Samuel is going to be Jamar Chase and Mark Andrews. So 2 former Ravens have come over to this Commanders team, had a very, very big role in helping them get back to the Super Bowl. Now it's going to be Lamar or it's going to be Marken Keaton taking the bowl home. And speaking of Keaton Mitchell, he's in the backfield next to Desmond Ridder. As you see, Danny Gray out there wide, as this is going to turn into a 4-yard gain for the Commanders. And again, Cooley, the 1 seed in the NFC, the only team with 14 wins over there. And then over here on the AFC side, we got the 5-seeded Ravens. It is an AFC hosting year, so the Ravens are no slouches when it comes to the Super Bowl. 2 wins overall. Kid, good to see you, bro. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully you're having a great week. As we get 3rd and 6 from Cooley. Again, both these guys are Super Bowl champs here in Leather Helmets. Cooley, the more recent of the two, as he got one last Madden. The seam is open on both sides, and that's going to be Williams on the catch for our first down.
Frickin' first down.
A freaking first down indeed. That looks like it's Mike Williams who got picked up before the game here in the playoffs. Another big body for Cooley to throw to. Cooley doesn't have nothing but tall guys and speed guys. When you look at his team, I believe Danny Gray is 6'4" with 90-something speed. Terry McLaurin, I believe, was traded mid-season. And then Brian Robinson was the lead back. And then now you see that Keaton Mitchell has took over those duties. Play action, out route is just missed by Ridder. Could not get the ball to Debo, a beautiful route, but the ball goes into the ground. And again, we did mention we were going to talk about how did we get here. The Commanders, oh, that's the wrong one. Whoops. I got to find out where my thing is. There we go. We found it now. All right. So to get here, they defeated Jim Jones in the divisional round by 10. Then they went on to defeat 5-star Hustler by a touchdown in the NFC Championship game. And now they are back in the bowl. They got here last year and fell short to Gons here on this channel. Cheap plug as always. That game is actually on the YouTube as private. It will be uploaded later tonight, if not tomorrow. You can rewatch Leather Helmet Super Bowl 42 on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/NightScreamTV. This Super Bowl will be over there on the YouTube as well for you guys to watch in all of its glory in the Leather Helmets playlist. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Moving forward, we get 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of the Ravens. It looks like it's a cover 3. Actually, no, a cover 1. That corner is dropped down a little too far. Drag is wide open. He goes over top of the corner. Debo in the end zone. Debo figuring it out and beating the man over top. And Cooley shows why he's so dominant when it comes to these Commanders and leather helmets, and that gets him the first points of the game. Again, not unfamiliar territory when it comes to Cooley. He's been in, I believe, 4 of the last 7 Super Bowls. I may be giving him one extra. I could be wrong. But going back to the Hall of Champions, again, he lost last season to Gons. I think he lost to Undisputed in season 38, but he won the one in season 36. So yeah, I can't remember who else he had to play and get one over. And going back through all of it, Luwop got his championship way back in season 24 with the San Francisco 49ers. But he's trying to get one off in the AFC now. Can he stop this long drought? Gonna go underneath. Derrick Henry's gonna pick up a pass and pick up a first down. The first for Baltimore.
First down.
And you know, I want to address something while we get referee Javello on the screen. So apparently, I forgot all about this. AC and JaVale have a bet going on all Madden long. I think it's JaVale has to win a Super Bowl with the Falcons. I don't know what happens if he doesn't win, but they just reminded me and we're talking about it a little bit again, but I don't remember what the actual outcome is based on what happens. And there is the handoff. Derrick Henry gonna bounce to the outside on the stretch run and pick up the easiest 6 yards of the day. And yeah, season 24 looks like that is the only championship Luwop had. So almost a 20 season drought without a bowl. I'm not going to make no predictions, but I know that he's probably as hungry as possible. But then what makes it so great is Cooley is just as hungry for a championship again to assert his dominance. He lost here last year, you know, so he's like, all right, I gotta get my groove back. I gotta figure this out and get this championship back in the name of the cool one. And that's not cool by Luwop as he loses a yard. Henry with 5 on the day. His second one goes for -1. Would it be a 3rd and 5? I think the obvious choice is rely on the legs of your quarterback. Make the defense move as you want them to. And I love the fact that he's going to empty quads. He's gonna have to make Cooley play the contain and soften up this pressure possibly so Lamar can escape for a 5-yard gain if he needs to. It's only gonna be a 3-man rush with a spy. He's not gonna let him do such. Comeback route is out of bounds. Scary Terry will not bring in the catch against his former team. So this is the 2nd year in a row you're seeing Scary Terry in the Super Bowl. And he just misses that throw just outside, but a great defensive effort by Cooley did not allow Lamar to run away and run wild and free. Because that was my guess. I thought Lamar was just going to take off, and that's the end of that. That is not the case. So, Commanders get the ball back. And last drive, we saw him masterfully play it down to get a corner route poppy to Deebo Samuel. And looking at Deebo, you know, in his regular attributes, 91 speed, 93 acceleration, 88 change of direction, which is great for a 6-foot wide receiver. And looking at the game logs here, what he did in the conference championship, he only had 1 catch for 39 yards. It was a touchdown. So he did not do much in that conference game. It was everybody else that beat him, and everybody else like Jamar Chase picks up a beautiful 31-yard gain for a first down.
First down.
That's not to say Deebo's not effective, though, because in the game versus the Vikings, he did have 6 catches for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Deebo Samuel has scored a touchdown in every game since week 13. There were only 4 games in the entire season where Debo did not score. And that includes his Super Bowl. He scored in the bowl already. So if there was ever a time to call out an impact player, it is clearly Debo Samuel. D-Bum is crazy. That's crazy to call him that. I mean, we got to look at Jamar Chase stats too. Jamar Chase is no slouch, 94 speed himself, but he's not going crazy like Debo is. Chase had a touchdown from week 12 all the way up to week 18. He has yet to score in this postseason. He only has 4 catches so far in the entirety of the postseason. He had 22 yards versus the Vikings, with 2 catches, and he only had a catch last week for 61 yards versus the Panthers. So how did he beat the Panthers if Debo and Chase didn't go off? Desmond Ridder still had 3 touchdowns, but there was 1 to Keaton Mitchell, Mike Williams, and Debo. Oh, interesting. And he can't find B-Rob there. It's an incomplete pass. So 4th and 9 on the way. The drive dies right at the 41-yard line after the Chase catch. So Luwop is showing some fight, trying to get out of this first quarter with some points for himself, at least. McNamara going to coffin corner this punt to the 10-yard line, and Flowers will take this, and he'll at least get to the 23-yard line. Better position than he would have been in if he had sat inside the 10-yard line. My guy Dre popping up, man. What's good? Good to see you, brother. So 1st and 10 for Luwop, 23-yard line. Derrick Henry is right next to Lamar. He's going to shift the play here. Aguilar is going to come play the slot on the right side of the field. Hands this off to Derrick Henry, going to cut back up the middle of the field and pick up 3 greasy yards. It is 2nd and 7. The play clock does have 32 seconds on it. He could just let this clock run out and move on. Flip the field and get to the second quarter, but it looks like he's going to try to get 1 play off here. Baltimore with only... Oh, that's Joey. My bad, Joey. Good to see you, brother. I'm so sorry. I was reading too fast. He's going to chuck one deep. Terry McLaurin cannot win the one-on-one. The ball is just short. Wow. 3rd and 7. Lamar had his chance, and he just couldn't figure it out. That's very unfortunate. Should have been tie game here. Some revenge for Scary Terry. Not the answer, though. Lamar, 3rd and 7. A man gets in there. This is knocked down, double coverage. Aguilar was the man intended for the ball. And Cooley's going to have the ball back to start the second quarter. That's actually very interesting. So that drive, I believe, started with 50 seconds. And he's still gonna punt this one away. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie to you. So Stout is gonna punt this all the way to the 23. And Gray is gonna get knocked down at said yard marker. It's the end of the first quarter. Cooley holds the 7-point lead with the lone score of the first quarter. Cooley is back with the ball, which gives us time to talk about how the Ravens got to this point. So Luwop had to go through the ringer. He had to play Ray, and Ray had defeated him the week before in week 18, and then came into this week talking crazy like, yeah, I got an easy path. Gons ain't in here. Got him up out of there. Then he went on to defeat Frost. It's a great catch by Mark Andrews that we just missed because of me talking about the Ravens. First down, Cooley. Wow. Forgive me for that one. Damn, that was a beautiful throw, a beautiful pass, actually. Cooley is cooking with fish grease right now. So yeah, again, the Ravens had to play the Jets, who they had lost to week 18. 41-28. They replayed them, beat them. They went up to Frost, beat them bad. Went to Gons, beat him bad. But right now he has 0 points in this Super Bowl. Lamar and friends got to figure it out. This is a middle of the pack offense. And Cooley's going to take the chuck shot. Jamar Chase. And Nate Wiggins will be credited with the coverage. And he's going to try to put the seatbelt on. No, he won't. 2nd and 10. You know, it's very sad how the Lakers get blown out when they shouldn't. It just... It's like, man, it just makes you wonder, do they really be playing hard or are they just not trying? It just makes you wonder at times, man. It's very unfortunate. It's so very unfortunate. Nonetheless, though, back to this beautiful game here. We're going to get a handoff. Keaton Mitchell. Bam! Kyle Hamilton. Put him in the ground after a 2-yard gain. Cool's going to have to go vertical here to figure it out. Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because that score is abominable. Like, that's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy. It don't matter what the Lakers on. They always get smoked, and it doesn't matter, man. Ritter gonna take another chuck shot here. That's Mark Andrews. He's gonna win the one and go down at the one. Oh my Lord. Mark Andrews revenge game popping off, and he's talking crazy. He catches a one-on-one ball. Wow, is that Roquan Smith in coverage all the way down the field? It is. Caught him sleeping. I can't even put words together how that just happened. That's actually crazy. And there's a wide open man, and Desmond Ritter just can't get the ball to him properly. Wow. And there's in the end zone. So Cooley's up 14-0. The Mark Andrews dime to the 1-yard line set that up beautifully for the Commanders to take a 14-0 lead. Desmond Ritter on the QB sneak. Nate Wiggins trying to return this one to the house. And it looks like the house stops at the 34-yard line of the Ravens. Mandrew's revenge game. And you know what's even crazier? Scary Terry had the revenge game himself. It just so happened that he could not get the accuracy from what do you call him? Lamar. And there's Zay Flowers getting us jet sweep all the way up to the 49. If he was a little bit faster, had a little bit better change of direction, he could have swung that all the way to a touchdown, but it will not happen. So 1st and 10, he's in Commanders territory. Got to get points up now. He's got to figure that out. Kid is over there loving the DMX going on in the background. Empty set for Lamar. It's a QB draw. And he'll go down after a 6-yard pickup. I like that play call. I like that play call a lot. It actually is different and something that was needed. No, you're right. It definitely is a bop. You are not lying. It's a banger. without question. Jackson doesn't hold the ball too long. Zay Flowers outside. He's going to go in the end zone. It didn't work to Scary Terry, but pray for Zay, and you are in the end zone. So 2 big passes get both the guys down the field very quickly. Luop's got 7 on the board. 4 minutes remain in the first half. Again, 20 seasons without a championship. Cooley, I believe, working on the 4th season in a row. He's not a champion, but he was here last year. Gotta respect it. Gotta love it. Yeah, actually, it's been 7 seasons now since Cooley won the title, but he's been back multiple times in those last 7 seasons. Can he figure it out? Cooley's got the ball at his own 30-yard line. 4 minutes to go. All 3 timeouts on both ends here. We'll see how they play clock management. He's going to pump fake to the running back, which causes him to be sacked by Kyle Van Noy, a loss of 7. Should have just threw the vert and prayed later. Keaton Mitchell causes Ritter to be sacked there. No contain needed. The right tackle just fumbled entirely. How to manage Kyle Van Noy there. And Ritter does not like what he sees. Changes the play at the line. It's going to be a run call to Keaton Mitchell now. He's got nothing but room. He's already across the 50 at the 40. Nate Wiggins, the only man that can stop him, and he won't do that. Touchdown, Commanders. Keaton Mitchell found a breakaway, got to top speed, and zoomed to the end zone. It's back to a 14-point lead. That drive took all of 40 seconds. So he didn't throw to Keaton on the first down, lost 7 yards, and then he picked all 7 and more back up. Turned that into a 73-yard touchdown run, excuse me. No, actually, yeah, it was a 77-yard run. I'm wrong. 77 yards. Yeah. So Lamar is in a precarious position, much like real life, playing from behind because his defense doesn't help him as well as it needs to. But he has to use his arm to get his team back into the game. He goes read option, and Frankie Louvu is not having any of it. And neither is Johnny Newton. They'll combine on the tackle for loss. That's 4 yards negative for Mr. Jackson. Second and 14. Clock is ticking away under 3 minutes now. Man in motion is Zay Flowers. Some man coverage here. He's going to chuck underneath. Devontae Walker with a catch and then gets popped down at the 29-yard line. 30 seconds to go here. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Needs Keaton to chill. Hey, he got to guard that man. That's all that really is. Lamar just lets it run down to the 2-minute warning. Must not have liked what he saw from the defense. And he'll decide to take the free timeout to figure it out. Third and 7. He probably trusts Ronnie Stanley and nobody else. That's what I would assume. Donnie Newton in a double team on the right. Beautiful pocket, corner route. Can't cut it off. Flowers first.
Fricka first down.
Forgive me for the delay there. It looks like Johnny Newton was hurt on the field, or whoever was guarding that pass got hurt. As I see Newton's on the field there, it's a 5-man rush, and underneath Devontae Walker's going to beat Forrest and get to the outside 27-yard line. Ravens are moving. Don't have to call a timeout. He does get out of bounds. 30 on the play clock. There's Devontae Walker motioning across the field. Derrick Henry on an angle route drops the catch in double coverage. It actually was Keanu Benton who we saw get hurt. The second D tackle. That re-injury risk is high, but it looks like Cooley will be keeping him in the game, not letting his efforts go to waste. Fakes the handoff, read option Lamar, and Hampton has been making tackles all night long, putting Lamar in his place once again, not allowing him to go anywhere. So Lamar's legs have not been able to be used to his advantage. Taking away the run game from the QB and trying to keep him in the pocket to win the game. Gotta respect it. Yo, the Lakers are really down 40 points. Like, the Lakers are genuinely down 40 points. I don't know what you say to that. AD didn't even have 10 points. Minute and 1 on the clock. Flowers going to the seam. Devontae Walker over there as well. Aguilar is to the right. He gets him with the fake. He's wide open. He doesn't throw it though. Oh, if he had just threw it underneath right when the nod happened, he had a man open for the first down at least. Decided against throwing it. Was probably afraid of the user lurk. But he's going to opt for the field goal and just take the points here. Justin Tucker's had a rough time in real life. Gotta see, can he make a 48-yarder here? Wind is in his favor, is good. 21-10 from Levi Stadium. The home team's down 11. Need to see some defense from the Ravens. So Cooley got the ball with under a minute to go. He got all 3 of his timeouts. Might be his chance to try to take some deep shots with Desmond Ridder. Interestingly enough, he did get rid of Jayden Daniels and said he can do what he wants and just figure things out with Ridder, playing with a quarterback that it's not the greatest, yet he got him here to this bowl. Last season, he had 4,419 yards. This season, he only had 2 yards less. Had better touchdowns this year, limits the interceptions to 30 instead of 33. Took 4 less sacks, so it looks like he figured some things out with Desmond Ridder this season, and he's going to have to throw this one away. Matabuke got there. It's going to go 2nd and 10. And again, Ridder has not thrown an interception yet in the postseason, but he has thrown a touchdown to Debo in this game. We've seen Keaton get 1 long run, and we've seen Ridder himself walking into the end zone. Looks like cover 1 across the board. He's only going to send 4. Everyone's pressed on the line. And the zig route gets wide open for Debo against Keon crossing. It's 3rd and inches. The clock is still going. No timeout has been called yet by the Commanders. This clock might just tick down to about 20 seconds or so. And it does. The play clock was on. Cooley doesn't care. Clearly, a man's going to go in motion. He's going to hand this off to Keaton Mitchell and bounce it to the outside. He's got grass in front of him. He's at the 40. Runs into Nate Wiggins. Timeout at the 35-yard line. This would be a 52-yard attempt from this very spot. Cade York is the kicker. The longest kick he's made this season is 58 yards. He has 97 kick power, so he can boot him with the best of them. And I wouldn't call 52 yards a chip shot, but he can find a way to pick up about 5 to 10 yards, make this easier on your kicker. I think he'd feel a lot happier, and he will try to do such. Keaton Mitchell's going to flank Ritter. You see Debo's in the slot there. Mike Williams all the way outside. He's going to run up into the middle of the field, or try to. He picks up 2 yards. So it'll be a 50-yard attempt instead. And there's the timeout from the Ravens to try to ice the kicker before halftime. So Cade York with the wind against him. Boots it through the uprights. It is 24-10. 2-possession lead. 2-touchdown lead, exactly. Commanders looking to get back what they lost last season, the Lombardi. The golden Lombardi from Leather Helmets. Can Cooley pick up trophy number 2? Or can Luop find a way to come back? I think it's been very intriguing to see that even when he does the design runs for Lamar, Cooley is prepared for it. It's like Cooley, you know, he wants Lamar's legs to beat him. He wants Lamar to be the running back. Because right now, the passing game outside of the deep touchdown to Zay Flowers has not looked too crazy. So it's like Cooley has a clear game plan. Force Lamar to be a thrower. So maybe we'll see more design runs like right there. The first play from scrimmage. It's going to be a 6-yard run for Jackson. I think that may be what the answer is for Luop. Get your quarterback a little bit more involved in that run game. Force QB designed runs. The read option with Henry, he's expecting it, I guess. But the QB draw play, it worked. The QB zone play just worked. It might just be time to go with those directed QB runs, and that's that. Johnny Newton, the user for Cooley, is going to go angle route to Derrick Henry. Put hands on the ball. Got knocked out by Jamin Davis, having a season. So that knocks the ball out there for 3rd and 4. You've got to think an out route is on the way of some sort. And along with the out route, you may see some slants. There's 4 guys with their hands in the dirt right now. The A gaps are a little bit open. There's no linebacker there to cover Lamar to run, and that is exactly what he does and slides for a first down.
First down.
But he goes to the no huddle, so there's still 4 receivers out to your right. Doesn't run it this time, allows the blitz to partake place, throws in double coverage, and this is dropped. Aguilar was the intended receiver, and Hampton, again, all over the place. I'm not sure why he didn't just trust one of the double unders. He did have a chance to confuse the user and go farther outside, or go to the behind receiver and just get it, try to spin away and get more yardage. But he took a shot in the double coverage nonetheless. And now we move to 2nd and 10. He goes pistol here. As Crump pulls up, man, good to see you. Hopefully all's well, brother. It's going to be a 4-4 lock-in set here for Cooley. He's going to try to stop the run. He's going to flip the play here. Triple option Lamar on the way. No, it's a play action counter. He's going to go middle of the field. This is picked off. Forrest is going to get the first turnover of the game. Gets away from Derrick Henry, and Lamar is going to be no. Scary Terry and Pat Ricard will bring him down. It's our first turnover of the game. Interesting work indeed. Lamar put his foot in the dirt to stop well. Just did not make the right pass there, or did not throw it to the right spot. And Forrest is chopping the cheese down to make sure he can get in good field position. 35-yard line start for the Commanders, who have this 14-point lead already. Peyton Mitchell's in the backfield, pistol set for Cooley. Mitchell with the handoff. Matabuke will bring him down. Mitchell with 88 rushing yards, and there is a Commander down. That looks like Mark Andrews is holding his triceps or his biceps area. So we'll have to pay close attention to that one. He's already got a 14-point lead, can probably make it 17 here. Ritter gonna just take the shot here. Man is wide open. It's Debo into the end zone. I don't know how Debo gets that wide open, but it is a 31-10 favor of the Commanders. Again, coming for the trophy they lost last season. And it was elbow bursitis for Mark Andrews. He can sit as long as he needs. The Ravens have to play catch up. You know, that would have been a perfect time for me to just have the Kendrick button and just yell mustard, and I don't have that ready. Why didn't I think of that before we even... Yeah, well, it'll be here next game. It'll be here next game. Y'all just want to scream mustard, or I'll just press the button my dang on self. And the run defense of the Commanders is yelling mustard as well, because they're not trying to let the Ravens catch up. The 3-yard loss for Derrick Henry. They meet him in the backfield. It's just very unfortunate that the Ravens offense has kind of like dimmed off here in the bowl game, because again, when you look at the schedule, they put up 35 points in every single playoff game. 35 against the Jets, 48 versus the Titans, 47 versus the Chiefs. And right now, they're only at double digits because of the field goal they got. So it's just making me wonder. I didn't watch any of the AFC games, so I'm wondering, where did that Ravens offense go? To end the season, he scored at least 26 points in the last 3 weeks of the season. He had 52, 26, and 28. Turn his game off. Turn his game. You are insane. He said we just remixed TV off and the game off. Oh my Lord. It's a good pass to Likely, and he picks up the first down. He needed to see one go through, and it does happen there. Can continue this drive and try to maniacally get down the field and put up 7. Jackson is flanked by Henry Aguilar. The tight end Likely is on the sideline at the moment. Man in motion is Devontae Walker. And Lamar gets pressured. Luckily, no Washington defender was there to pick it off and take it to the crib for free. It is 2nd and 10. This offensive line is kind of getting bullied when you look at it. Just the strength that's going on there. And looking at it right now, you see Johnny Newton, 87 overall superstar. It's his second year in leather helmets. Technically, he was a rookie to start. 85 strength, and he's just showing you why. As Derrick Henry just made a block. Phenomenal block that got Zay Flowers another 15 yards. He's got 100 on the day. It's a first down at the 38-yard line. This Ravens offense is coming to life. Need to see more great. But yeah, looking at the line here, he has Johnny Newton, Frankie Louvu, Duron Payne, and Keanu Benton just wreaking havoc right here. And Lamar's going to miss a wide open man in Zay Flowers. Just threw the ball a little too far to the inside of the field, away from his receiver. So strength-wise, Deron Payne has 95 strength. Keanu Benton with 88. You can see why he want to keep them in on the field. Big 96 right there. And then again, Frankie Louvu off the edge has 85 blocks yet. So they're built to stop the run and the pass. As you see, Jamin Davis, superstar linebacker, just putting in a nasty work. 90 speed, 93 acceleration. Just reading and weeping right now, making it look easy. Aguilar in motion. Devontae Walker's in the slot. Zay Flowers is as well. He's got to watch the blitz here if it's not disguised. It might be a corner blitz from the inside. Mike Sandstrill is the slot corner, and the Ravens take the delay of game. Being as unprepared as possible right there. Lamar just does not change the line or doesn't call timeout. Doesn't want to risk losing it down the line. Not sure why. So 3rd and 18 now after the delay of game. He's going to stay in the nickel 2-4-5 double A gap and make sure he guards things well. He's got the fake screen wheel covered to perfection. And Zadarius Smith, the 3rd down pass rusher, will get in the backfield. Decides to do a power clean as a sack celebration. That's insane. 4th and 28, Stout out to punt here. Going to try to coffin corner this inside the 20. Inside the 20 it does go because he boots it into the end zone. A touchback, and the Commanders, have the ball back. Clock in favor of the Commanders, taking home their 2nd ever Super Bowl trophy here, Leather Helmets. And yet again, you know, I might have to go back and watch those other AFC games and just try to see where was the Ravens scoring coming from. Was it that the defense was popping off so crazy? What was it that had the Ravens just going so dominant? Because it fell off right here at the bowl, and that's usually not what you want to see. Lamar had 243 in that first playoff game. The defense had 3 picks. 1 was for a touchdown. So yeah, Keon Crossen had a pick 6. He had another pick 6 to Marlon Humphrey in one game. And then against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, Marcus Williams and Keon Crossen had picks, and it was a pick 6. So yeah, the key clearly was a pick 6 in each of the games. He has yet to get a turnover here in this game, as Cooley has refused to move the ball down the field for the first 2 plays. It's 3rd and 10 from his own 20. He's going to try to go corner route, pop into Mark Andrews. He just caught a body. Oh my goodness. Mark Andrews. Just change your name to Moss Andrews, because look at this. Nate Wiggins didn't stand a chance. He turned around like it was a free pick and everything. Oh my God. He wants Chase. He thinks he's going to be aggressive and get Chase one-on-one. He does go to Chase. Corner route is open. Keon Crossen cuts it off. Chase brought 1 foot down, could not get the other one down. Perfect play call too. He knew man coverage was coming. He just didn't bullet pass it. When he broke off and was wide open, he decided to lob it to a corner and allowed the corner to catch up. Keaton Mitchell would lose a yard there. 8 rushes for 87 yards. It's a challenge not to swat there on that Andrews pass. Yeah, because if he swats, they probably call pass interference. That's a fair point. One thing I will say I've learned, even though I don't play like franchises anymore, that is where I get mad because I'm like, oh, this is a free interception. Like, this is easily mine. And then that happens. And I'm just pissed off the rest of the game. Like, yo, I'm already losing. I'm already mad. That's number one. You got a free Moss for nothing? I am tight. I'm tight. I'm mad. No, there's no way. The Lakers lost by 41. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't know what to say. The third quarter has come to an end. We're still in a 21-point game as we enter the fourth. They need to make that trade with the Nets. For who? Who would they be getting? Cam Thomas? Cam Thomas in LA would be very spooky. The glass might have gave you. I don't mean to give any of my dojo friends PTSD from stunners. I do not. The glass break thing has been here for so long. I truly do. I hope none of you get PTSD for that. As Derrick Henry's going to try to find a way to cut up field and get some yards here. He finally gets something super positive. Picks up a first down and more. He's going to go no huddle and try to speed things up and go vertical to try to get back into this game. Johnny Newton, one-on-one. He's going to chuck it deep. Devontae Walker cannot get there. Paulson Adebo is in coverage. It just looks like everything Lamar is throwing, he is leaving a little too much air, and his receivers just cannot catch up to the ball. Jackson with time goes to the drag, breaks a tackle to Aguilar, super jukes him out of his shoes, and he goes down for a first at his own 48. Stays in the no huddle. A one-on-one blocking Lamar has nothing but time. Tries to escape now. Nothing gets open. He'll pick up 3 yards. That's very interesting. Like, he really is covering Lamar to a T. He is just like, yeah, you can do what you think you want, but there's always somebody watching you. Then he does always have a spy on him. So taking Lamar away, none of his receivers are winning one-on-ones in coverage. It just doesn't look like the greatest matchup on paper for Lamar and friends. They're just not having a fun time. Scary Terry gonna move over to 4-man rush. Lamar gonna chuck it outside. Wide open is Zay Flowers. And this guy just went out of bounds. Touches the ball, can't catch it because it would have been illegal touching. This man just didn't stand still to catch the pass. He did like the samba, like he did a whole dance and then tried to touch the ball. That's crazy. That wheel route is wide open if he just waits another second. But he does get a first down to Scary Terry and going to keep this drive going from the Commanders' 40-yard line. Aguilar, the tight end here. Flowers in the slot. Sandstrom, the slot corner, going to cover Zay Flowers. And that's going to be picked off by Paulson Adebo. Lamar just did not have a great day. Yeah, he got Lamar in lockdown. Zone jet fake for Mitchell, doesn't gain a yard. He just lost a yard on his last 4 runs. I'm just intrigued at seeing how Cooley found an elite game plan to stop Lamar Jackson here. Like if you're in the AFC North and you do all like the film study stuff, like, man, how do I plan to beat this guy? This is a good game to watch. Like Cooley, you can just mute me and just watch Cooley phenomenally put on a defensive game that is making you just wonder, like, is this how Lamar gets stopped? Is this how you stop all the mobile QBs? Cooley had the game plan for it, and it worked out in his favor during this game. Now, I will say Lamar did have some open throws where the receivers just could not catch up. Ridder just going to hand this off to Brian Robinson Jr. He's trading Lamar. I could see why after this game. Like it just makes you wonder, like, was Lamar kind of the hold you back person with how things went? Because it just like every throw he made deep, he overshot by like just a few feet. And then the comeback throw, he didn't leave it in bounds, even though like he stopped. Like I don't know. And it's funny. I was just talking about it on the last game when we did an AGS game of the week. I was just talking about the quarterback situation in CFM. It's interesting. It's interesting to see that, like, at least once you need a quarterback, like everybody kind of feels good and gets a chance to get their quarterback that they need. When you look at the situation of like the Mahomes thing where you sit for a year and then next thing you know you're a superstar, that's now in Madden for like all rounds. That's just very interesting, man. It gives every user a chance to get that scenario. So even if he does trade Lamar, have an early pick and pick a quarterback, he has a chance to get that by just having a quarterback sit for 1 year. Same if you have a bum quarterback. I don't want to call Geno a bum, but by Madden standards, you would say Geno and Kirk Cousins are bums by their throw power. Same for Brock Purdy necessarily, even though he's like high overall due to his other stats. You have a guy that can mentor your young guy already. Why not draft and stash for a season, get all the 60K XP, and then let him rip season 2? You got your quarterback for the cycle. I think every team has a chance to do that in CFM, so that's one of the underappreciated aspects, I would say, this year. But again, there are still bugs that have been here for years that EA just will not take away or figure out. So, yeah, it's rough. With the 2-minute warning, still a 21-point day. Third and 7, Commanders just trying to drain the clock and bring home what they couldn't do last year. And there's a read option for Ridder, and Simpson is not with it. Punt on the way, and looks like somebody just got hurt for the Commanders again. It's the end of the season, luckily, so you know you got all off season. He punts this one all the way to the middle of the end zone, and Zay will just take the knee. Yeah, whoever trades for Lamar, God bless. I will be waiting to see that trade happen and just seeing what Lamar got traded for will be a very interesting situation. Scary Terry in the slot to the left. Ronnie Stanley looks like he has a one-on-one with Zadarius Smith, and he does. And Zadarius breaks free of that. The contain causes him to run into somebody else. Lamar's going to use the legs and get an 8-yard gain. And it was Tyler Biazad, the former Cowboy, following Dan Quinn here to Washington, going down with a knee injury after that punt. A minute 44 to go. He did run out of bounds. Jackson gonna step up. He has nothing but grass and Emmanuel Forbes in his way. Gets another guy out of his way. Scary Terry with a block. Lamar is up to the 34-yard line. Under a minute and 20 left in this Super Bowl. And there is Scary Terry getting out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Likely no. It's going to roll to the outside, even with the spy on 3-man Adam. He's going to throw it. It is knocked down. A Paulson Adebo. Some solid defense there, just with a good swat down. He is not trying to get called for PI at all. Got to respect it. Lamar, corner routes out of bounds. Aguilar's wide open. And Mr. Inaccurate is just having a horrible Super Bowl. Got him all the way to the promised land just to not fulfill the promise. 3rd and 10, a minute 2 on the clock. Gonna force a bad pass. Butler gonna get the turnover. The Commanders are going to win the Super Bowl. Cooley came back for revenge. Revenge is what he will get. And the Commanders are going to walk away from Super Bowl 43 with the Golden Lombardi. Humongous congrats to Cooley for winning your 2nd championship here in leather helmets. Luwop, congrats for making it to the bowl. Always a hard thing to do to even get to the bowl in the first place, man. Lamar and the defense carried you all the way to a great season. Just got to come back with a stronger offensive game plan next year, and I think he's going to try to run. We had just turned it off. That's crazy, right? We turned everything off so we can go ahead and let the celebration play. Again, as your Washington Commanders here, leather helmets, bring home the 2nd Super Bowl trophy of the Madden 25 season, but the 43rd overall. Cooley, we're going to let him run his intro and things like that, and get Randy Moss on the screen to hand over to Lombardi. Ring them boys, man. Oh, no, you good, Jim. That's not your fault. That's my fault. I turned the thing off so he could get all this. I'm a hush now. We're going to let him get his things off, man. Cooley with the crown, man. Congrats to him once again. That catch to Mark Andrews was absolutely insane. Jim and friends, it's been a pleasure calling this game tonight, man. We'll see you guys next time. Hopefully another bowl next year. Cooley goes back-to-back NFC champion. Year 2 Super Bowl champ for Madden 25. Season 43 is under and done. Season 44 off-season schedule is out and about already in your chat. Make sure you go read the chat and pay full attention. We'll see you guys next time on Night Scream TV, man. I'll holler at you all later. Thanks for stopping by.